All right. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing good. Welcome to my channel. Sorry that I've been absent for so long, as I try to post every now and then, but it's been hard to come back here when you're going through stuff that are not, how do you say, just or fair or right, and you have to, deal with the external struggle of reality of what we're, all currently living, right? Each of us have our unique struggles and suffering that we are, accepting and currently like, okay, what else can I do? You know what I mean? And that too, it comes with a lot of like, you have to have a lot of compassion towards yourself, things that you're doing, especially if you're a parent and a person of color. It's just a lot. It's heavy. And that too, mental health, it must be talked more, because it's just like, it needs to be talked more. That's something that I am like, being a conscious creative about, that it's not just card reading and it's not just Angie blog. We have to talk about climate change and creativity. And that's something that I'm like, wow, I am having this, how do you call syndrome, Stockholm syndrome, or whatever, imposter syndrome, which is so weird, because it's like, why do I have this? Like, why do I feel ashamed for being me? What's wrong with me? And that's something that, I'm coming to realize. I'm like, wait, I am this person. I am this spiritual person. I want to help people. I want to be of service. I want to love. I want to show how I love my kids, how happy I am, how like being by myself and alone and doing my own thing has actually kept me alive, if that makes sense. So that too is spirituality, and reading and writing my thoughts and feeling my feelings and going through it, like showing my kids too, like that's something that we need to talk about. Like showing emotion to our children is, it's the most beautiful gift that you can give, because they can learn from you about resilience, right? Resilience. And I think that's something that, it's not really talked about more, or is really voiced out. And I think that's something that we need to like work on, all of us, on voicing out matters that, are really deep within, like traumas and trauma bonding, and getting rid of toxic relationship, when to say no, talk about financial wealth and generational wealth, and mental health, trauma. Like there's so many things, consciousness, reaching higher consciousness. Everyone can have access to this. It's not being taught in schools and education. That's a major thing. Everything needs to shift and needs to be shifting. But how do we collectively get together and make this happen? And that's what it's going on within the conscious collective soldiers, I call them, because they're just literally sent by God. And I'm so grateful. And that's something that I'm like, you have to accept that you also have a duty and, how do I say this? A life work, a healer, because I am a healer, and that's something that I need to be okay with. But I've been through so much trauma and abuse, but it's still no excuse. But healing those parts of myself. So I also have 2 little girls. I'm a single mom, so I also need to make sure that whatever I am consciously all the time doing, because they are watching, they see what you're doing. And they learn from you. They learn how to cope. They learn how to treat people. How it's you teach them this. Parents is a responsibility. It's not something that you just, oh, it's just, we're parents. No. Okay, this is another thing that's coming in my heart that I needed to mention. There is this publication on Medium. I don't know, it's something about parents. I'll add it here after. You be the judge, not judged, actually, don't judge. It's just like, I want you to read some of the articles and you tell me if those things that their parents are put in there, it's normal. And if you really think so, then I don't think you're in the right place here. here we're working in dismantling, as I am. I'm like going deeper, dismantling all these things and really getting into the root of like trauma. And I've been a lot of us are collective and conscious people who are in the reading and educating ourselves and really understanding how media is, you know, reverse psychology, how converted racism, like it's really internally, it's an internal work, it's inner work. And that's the sad thing about it, and it breaks my heart every time. Like, not a lot of people will get it. Not a lot of people will choose love, will choose themselves. Not a lot. And that's the sad thing, you know. You will conform, and you will give your precious gift, which is life, your body, your mind. Think about you first. Listen to your gut. Don't ignore it. It's there for a reason, and that's what we're doing, and that's it. That's really it. There's no comparison, judging, or no competition. There's none of that. We're just being who we are, bringing our healing and love into it, and trying to show you there's other way. There's a light to everything, and there's always a lesson to learn from the struggle. And especially when you just realize that you are being like dormant, and you start awakening, you start seeing things that are actually true, that you thought that were just like, oh, it's just an illusion. It's an unjust, very, very violent and abusive, oppressive system, and it needs to change. The colonization, anti-racism, and education, all these things need to come into place. Scientists and teachers and healers and light workers, we have to collectively come together as one. And literally, and that's what they're afraid of, the government and all these oppressors and colonizers, and like, they're gonna fall, and it will happen. It's just, we also need to be ready. We need to be healed. We can't be projection and being on the same level, and judging and comparing and all these things. Like, it doesn't work. That's not how it works. We have to be compassionate with others as we are with ourselves, and we have to like understand, listen to understand. We have to, I don't know, this is what I'm telling you, I'm learning. I'm not the perfect person. There's so many educators and people. That's where I want to collectively create this platform. That's where I created Writers Yep. It's just I wanted to see everyone collectively educating each other, sharing each other, you know, like literally being a community within the digital aspect, and create their own medium, their own journalism, their own creativity, their own education, and educate others, and create it, like, you know, sort of like an outlet, like maybe like free education, because education should be free, man, like as it is in internet, but it should be like more clear and focused, so people just go, okay, that's exactly what I wanted to know, you know. But there's so many aspects to education, there's so many things, and you know, and that's something that we all have to like literally dismantle and colonize, and that takes work, I know, but somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Anyways, I'm trying to create writers and all these things so I can start creating different education system and stuff like that. But there's other outlets that are doing it. Slow Factory is doing it. There's so many organizations that are doing educational, and that's something that I'm going to continue creating here and on Writers Yep and doing. So that's my meditation song. So we've been playing the whole time, but you know, when your spirit and everything calls, you go for it. That's another thing. Creativity is a blessing. So anytime the creativity comes in, just go for it. Just do it. Even if people gotta wait, you know, it just, you have to do it. Especially if you have time, if you have days like me, it's like some days I don't have my kids and I don't have to, like, you know, and I can just focus and work on my own thing. That is, you know, this, I find that it's God work. You know, if God works, it's God work, you know, and it comes when it, you know, and right now God is being very patient with me, and I've been trying to heal and be patient with me, because childhood traumas are very, very, they make you do things, and also you're very judgmental and very anchored to yourself. And not necessarily you try to do that to other people, you try to, but at the same time, you try to like always check on yourself and be conscious. I'm like, okay, let me go within, like, why did I do, like, why am I acting in such a way? And there's a benefit to that, to going within and then out. You know what I mean? And another thing, those people who take a minute to think about things, who don't actually respond right away. There's nothing really wrong with you in terms of like, if there's not an external danger, like, or something, like, how we used to be in the old times, like, used to be in charge of like, okay, if there's an animal, there's something, like, we always have to be in alert, right? But that's true. You can be a little bit there for guns and stuff like that, and people crazy, because there's crazy people right now. Like, everyone is so unpredictable and doing crazy unconscious things. But anyways, to each their own. Try to stay away, as much as you can. Other than that, yeah, just go within, go find that who you are within, okay? Get to know yourself. I'm still getting to know myself. I'm not like completely perfect. I just like, but it's something that I'm consciously being like, okay, I want to be consistent. I want to try to be here consistently, but also at the same time, like, do my own work and also my work as a parent. Like, I'm a single mom and I want to be I don't know, I just, in my being, say, it's like, being a good parent also could be something that it could be associated with your work at the same time. But you also have to be conscious and have also moments of like, healing and inner work and giving to others and doing your own thing. Like, it's not always whatever, do you know what I mean? And this is where there's something that needs to be like, it's collective beneficial, it's equity, matter. Absolutely. We can't live like this anymore. It's not healthy, and it's not sustainable. As it's not sustainable for everyone, it's not sustainable for the planet. It's the exact same thing, and we're trying to separate nature from, no, you can't. Nature and us, we're like this, like, it's like you just can't. For some reason, people think that money and all these things, they're supposed to do it. If we have this mentality, this unconscious mentality, and this mentality that it's we, me, and greedy, and it's not we, it's I. Yes, of course, I am all this, I deserve all this affirmation, totally, but it's we at the same time. Do you understand? Nature and you are the same, not separate. And this is where we have to be conscious of what we do, consume, and everything. That's what I'm saying for creatives, like, eco-friendly paintings and stuff. That's what I've been doing. I changed my whole thing. It's not cheap, let me tell you, but you can save, right? You can do, like, don't spend so much on do something, like, it's a mindset. And it takes work, so be patient and heal. Okay. Anyways, so today we're doing a few things. See, I wrote it down because I didn't want it to make it too long, but it's probably going to be long because I talked so much. Sorry. That's my spirit talking and all my ancestors. And yes. Another thing, I just wanted to, say to DMX, thank you so much for everything that you gave us. He gave us so many lessons through his songs. And anyways, yesterday I was stuck in the metro and I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And it was like, literally, I heard all his album, and I heard it before, but never with this intention of like, what really happened? How did you die at 50? Like, why? What's going on? And that's something that I was like, man, is it like not love? Or is it love? Like, what really is going on in his surroundings? And it was so sad. And yeah, so those 2 hours, I just listened to his albums through the metro and bus. And yeah, it is a mess here, by the way. Quebec is a mess. It's so toxic and rotten and super greedy and selfish. There's so much privilege, like, but that's it. I'm like, oh, you're privileged. I'm like, okay, so what can I do with my privilege now? You know, who can I help right now? Wait, how do I use my talent to help other people while I'm still trying to find a job, I'm trying to survive, while I'm still trying to educate my children too, by the way. Parents, you have to educate your children that you cannot think anymore that you can rely on education, especially this education of an oppressive system. Please, I beg you, please read some books. Okay, I just started this one. Okay, not for everybody. It's just, what I'm saying, you take it or leave it. You can skip to the part where the cards are reading if you want. It's just that my heart tells me that somebody needs to see this and hear this. This, wow, it's very awesome. See, I started doing my own notes and my own things. You got to. I already told you about this one. I'm the last card, but this one, I just got it. Very good. Write down your thank yous. Yes. Something you need to do, write your thank yous. Write about quotes, write about things that make you happy. Be grateful. Gratefulness is actually part of the essential thing that makes you believe that you can do anything, that you can be anything, that you can overcome anything. It's you. It starts with you. Believe in yourself. See, I'm telling you this, but I'm telling myself this. It's not easy, but you work on it, because that's something that I'm realizing. Like, the more you heal, the more you less attract things happening to you, but also at the same time, it's like, okay, so if it's not happening to me, how can I help those that I don't want that to happen to them? Do you see what I mean? It's called empathy. That's something that I'm writing about in my blogs. I'm going to talk about that. We're going to talk about apathy, and we're going to talk about empathy, because I believe that the oppressive system is apathy completely in every single department, and we need to change to empathy. So this is what writers see up. It's like, okay, equity, matter, kindness, sustainability, but it's all empathy. It's all love. So it's like, how can we turn struggle and all these things into love, into something that it can actually help somebody else, or help ourselves and help someone else? Like, how can we create a 1-1 internal circular economy within your own ecosystem, your unique environment? And then you still, even though you do your own thing, you commute, you are with other people at the same time, and we all help each other. Collaboration, collective. Do you understand? That's why they don't want you to do this. That's why the inner work is so hard. Because it is hard. That's what I wrote it down. I was like, okay, why are you feeling ashamed? Like, yes, there's been periods of poverty, of hunger, of starvation. Homelessness. But there's also a period of healing, wholeness, happy moments, gratefulness, and, and through that, it's like, okay, how can I find a way? Like, how can I continue doing this? Do you understand? So, and that too, living in a reality before of like completely oppressed, not only through the system, but also family, toxic friends, and all that, like all narcissistic things. And I get it now. Like, empaths, we are prone to attract this narcissistic people all the time. They're supposed to be, because they make us stronger, blah blah blah, all that crap. It's just it's a circular narrative that is toxic trauma. It's just passing around now like a normal thing. And we are normalizing injustice. We are normalizing fucked up shit. We are normalizing disrespect. We are normalizing disrespecting human rights. Body or whatever people are doing. What's the deal with the hijab? Like, I don't understand. That is completely like unacceptable. I think women are beautiful with whatever they do with their bodies or not. Like, what is it to you? What is your business? Mind your own business. This reality we've been taught is just sucks. And we're all like just buying into it and just continue going. Like, yeah, it's okay, it's normal. It's not normal. It's not. Yes, I do this with the sun. And my rocks and my healing and protection. Yes, don't think that I come here unprotected. But anyways, I'm just thinking that today I wanted to talk about this before I get into the cards, because as you know, I don't sugarcoat things. Here is we say the truth. We are collective conscious people here in this community that I'm trying to build, and also with writers. Yep. And yeah, we're gonna be educator, teachers, collective, spiritual mentors, and just people of truth. And that's it. And that's how it's going to be. And so it is. And ase, amen, whatever, anything. I hope you know that you matter and that you're loved. Then those thoughts that are happening into your mind, which is, that's why I'm feeling that that's what my spirits wanted me to tell you, whoever's watching this video. And please like and subscribe, because there's more videos where this coming from. But I do believe that you need to know you are loved, you're cared for, and you are divinely cared for so much that literally I am like forced to do this. Right? You're loved. Stay here. You're meant for a purpose, and do not believe whatever it's an illusion. But you'll see. Everyone, that's why I'm not here to change anyone's mind. You do what you do, I do what I do. But perception of me is out there, so take it or leave it. It doesn't matter. That's it. Other than that, let people be at peace with yourself, be kind, to yourself. And it's rough. It's a rough system. It's a rough world. But you can choose your suffering. Learn that from DMX. You choose. And unfortunately, no, it's so true. I just saw the Terry Linder video. So true. It's probably not love properly, or not, he wasn't, I'm not trying to blame anyone or whatever. It's just what it is, right? And it's sad. It's just sad. Anyways, today is the Moonlight cards, and that's something that I wanted to talk about. Moonlight cards, and I'm using the new Light Seer tarot card. So I love these cards. I've been bonding with them so nicely. They've been healing me so nice. And telling me some truths too. Like, it's not like sugar. Like, that's what I like about it, is that it shows you the light work and the shadow work that you need to work on. And I love the fact that it doesn't show you like the past. It shows you exactly what you need to know now, so you can prepare for the future, or you can know now that has happened in the past that you need to kind of like work on now. And then your work on now so that you can work for the future. Okay. Other than that, that's it. And the Moonlight card tells you messages about currently now as well, but also in different full moons or different moon cycles. And yeah, so hopefully this works for you. All right. So today, it's supposed to be 3 cards. 3 cards of the moon cards and 3 cards of the shadow card. So I'm gonna shuffle them, and then I'm gonna show you the 3 cards, and you choose which one is for you. And then and then after, we will do the cards for each of the 3rd cards. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I was gonna put a rock into it, but I see that's why I have rose quartz. Rose quartz is really good for inner healing and internal healing and stuff like that, but also like the 7 chakras, rocks and stuff like that. So that's something that I wanted to talk about, is that learning about chakras and healing your chakras and spirituality is very, very healing and very good for you. So start doing that on your own, whatever. I'm not trying to change anybody's religion or whatever. It's just, you can do your religion, but I'm just saying that our body is a spiritual body. So it aligns with nature, and rocks and minerals come from nature. So that's something that we want to talk about. It's like, the scientific world has tried to like, oh, it's separated. No. As a scientist, I'm saying, and I refuse. That's why I decided to do my own thing with piracy. I refuse to work with corporation, because that's what it is. Environmental and university that's what it is. They teach you how to tweak data and conform to corporations and sign non-disclosure agreements and stuff like that. Fucked up shit that we have to like be okay and normalize. And after the second one, that I was just like, no, this is not for me. I refuse. I'm a real environmentalist. That's why I went into this. If this is what you're trying to show me, to be a fucking scam artist and like scamming people and telling them not the truth, intriguing data so I can protect the corporation and the oil company, their integrity, and the people's employees, no, I wasn't for that. So there you go. This is it. I decided to fuck it. Fuck the status quo. Fuck it. Seriously. And say, okay, who am I? What's this? What's going on? Why? What's going on? And that's something that is happening. I'm like, I just have 2 children, and now like, why am I accepting like disrespect and abuse on a daily basis? Like, wait, and then I tell people my story, and they're like, whoa, what? And I thought those things was normal. So healing, I'm telling you guys, as someone who literally thought that abuse and narcissistic and all this crap was normal since childhood, I'm telling you right now, healing, it will set you free. Healing is healing within and understanding within and letting go of things that are not good for you. Like, literally go in and ask yourself who the hell you are, what are you here for? Seriously. And be conscious about you buy and what you do. That's really it. I went overboard, but as always, my guides and myself, I'm like always, but it's the truth. I'm telling you what's in my heart, and I'm telling you, follow your gut. Follow your heart. Don't follow the herd. Don't follow the people. Seriously, what is your heart telling you? Listen to your heart. Listen to the collective's consciousness right now, higher consciousness. We are trying to break away from this system, from everything. Listen to it. That's really it. That we're not asking you to do it. You do what you want. It's a choice, right? And we're just telling you what it is, the truth. And that's what they're trying to oppress us, silent our social media, try to do everything they can to like shut up, like, ban you from like, okay, yeah, your thing is false information, but even though they're showing you their information is still fucking like false. So you're just like, what the hell? Follow your gut, follow your wisdom, follow who you are. That's really it. Living in the city, what happens? All right, so I'm going to show you the 3 cards, and you choose which one calls you. Okay, so I'll leave you in the comments of each one of the cards, but also we're going to shuffle also at the same time. And I'll show, so yeah, I'll leave you under the comments, in the comments or in the description. I'll leave you the time slot for each one. So the one that you chose, 1 out of 3, is gonna have is shadow work and light work on it. Okay, and if you're interested in getting any of these readings, you can. I'll leave in the comments and the description, on the description on how to reach me and get your own personal card read if you like, for the week or for the month or whatever. So it's down below. All right, if you choose card number 1, so let's see card number 1. I put your cards. So first of all, the moon has, we're going to do that light work and shadow work first. That's what we're going to do. All right. So we have 9 of Wands. Okay. 9 of Wands. So for sure, you got to stand strong with something that has to deal with and letting go. 6 of Swords. So it comes. And 9 of Wands. Okay. And 3 of Swords. So definitely something that you obviously, if you let it go, for sure, it has to deal with some sort of happiness or something that you're overcoming that is actually setting you free. But you see, it starts with healing work. You gotta heal old wounds, old trauma, things to deal with childhood, right? And things in the dark that you left in the dark, you have to kind of like let it go. See the 7th charge of the 7th chariot. So it's something to deal with, you know, your light work and shadow work, and you have to stand. And yeah, this is for the lovers. So if there's some love or something that you're, you know, journeying for, it's something that it was coming on the way, or if you're already in a relationship, that things might get more improved. And okay, and yeah, definitely a rebirth, as all of us collective and not everybody else is going through that rebirth. So it's something new is coming along the way. So let's read your cards, what it says on the book. Because I like to, the book is has its own interpretation, and I like it. So it's better to give it. Sorry that this video is going to be a bit long, but you can skip to the other card if you like. But other than that, this is the first card reading of the first card. And the moon card says, expect powerful change. So you see, there's something, a shift is coming through if you're doing the work, if you're letting go of your, you know, fears and doubts and anything that doesn't align with you. So that way you can start being your true self. And I don't know, start appreciating and being grateful for the things that you already have, but you must do the work. I know this is something that it's a card to you, but it's happening to me. It's like, okay, definitely, absolutely, we have to start dismantling. We have to start going back into that, I don't know, inner healing, inner awareness. Okay. All right. So 9 of Wands. Okay. So most of them came back sideways. So for most of us, we are doing the work, okay? And for this card, at least, this person, you're doing the work. So good for you, man. Good for you. That's something that, you know, you have to be grateful for. You also have to be like, oh, I did a little micro win. So that's something that you have to like be more appreciated of, and be like, okay, I did the work for that. So that's something like, even if it's so small, even if it's like, oh my god, I cleaned my house, oh my god, I did laundry, I did the dishes, you know what I mean, so micro wins, things that you're clearing off, that you're clear, because remember, you clear your space, clear your mind, you clear your, and it's hard. So when you're there, appreciate that. That's for sure. All right, Lycia. Determination, resilience, defiance, a last defense, the final push, excitement for what's to come, finding motivation in the face of difficulty. Yay, good for you. You see? Get the work done. See, don't give up now. You're almost there. As you round the corner towards success, something may surface that threatens your feelings of security and achievement. It's important to remember how far you've come. Don't see this minor deceleration as a symbol of failure. Step into your resilient last stand, one final push to complete this task, and tomorrow, stunning light, you can rest. See, you go to sleep later. Just do what you gotta do. There's something tells me like you gotta do it. In shadow, this card suggests you are making things okay. So yeah, so if you're feeling like this card, it's not for you, then something is like, okay, so your shadow work, like, because for example, if the card doesn't appeal to you, let's say, or something doesn't feel right, is your shadow work. I've learned that that's your shadow work. See, my guys are like, yes, that's the one that you need to look into, that you need to not annul. And it could be your inner child crying for help or some kind of thing, and you need to listen to your body. You need to learn about this. So you see, if school started to do this with kids, and as I'm doing this with my girls, it's really good for children, and it's really good for your environment. Kids definitely need to learn how to internal and understand their body and inner body, but that's something that's inner healing, trauma, child healing. If you don't do that, how are you going to pass that to your kid? If you don't do the work, how are you going to pass it down to your kids? Yeah? Okay. Good. All right. The shadow work. So here we go. So even for me, I'm like, oh, shadow work. But it is. We have to do it. Even if it's hard, we got to do it, okay? Stay with me. Okay. In shadow, this card suggests you're making things harder than necessary, being overly defensive. You may even be inadvertently choosing the more difficult path because you believe on some level that healing and ascension should be difficult. Sometimes we become so enamored with our stories of rising up that our own shadow becomes romantic notion that we seek to defend. Whoa. Let go of any ideas you have about navigating specific lessons on the path. Your time to relax into security and success is on the horizon. Yes! I push beyond my own perceived limitations and I remain open and trusting as I do. Yes! You see, it has these beautiful affirmations on them. So I'm like, yes. So I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to repeat it for you again. I push beyond my own perceived limitations and I remain open and trusting as I do. Yes. Yes. Doors. Transition, help arriving at the perfect time, rites of passage, healing, moving beyond trauma or shadow of the past, support from others, personal evolution, and a spiritual transition or journey. Yes! Which we all are, by the way. As we're healing, as we are all going there. Okay? This is something that I want to make clear to everybody, because everybody's like, oh, but I'm not the same, and I'm not the chosen one. I'm like, well, it's a choice too. Like, you do the work or you don't. It's a choice, right? So why are you complaining? Why are you, projecting and being negative and doing all these atrocities and continue the oppression and continue the injustice and being silent and ignorant? Don't complain the work if you're not doing it, right? Just saying. That's it. Do the work. Let go at the fear of doubt and all these things. I know I'm telling you. We're all one. We're all here for a purpose. I'm just here. As I'm getting more into my awakening and I feel it, my healing and everything, is that this is me. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be healing and teaching and educating and teaching about creativity and how it's actually peaceful and happiness, and continue doing your own work but also doing your own thing and creating, being conscious of what you create and what you do and what you don't do, and and always constantly be a sponge. Like, work on your consciousness, work on, kids are the best teachers for this. Just saying. And teachers should be paid more, better. Just saying. I mean, whoa. But also, there's a lot of learning still to do, of course, and dismantling the colonization. We all need to do this work, by the way. It's not like, oh, some people do it, some people don't do it. No, you need to do it. All of us. We all need to do it. All of us. Yes. All of us. All right. So, Six of Swords, we know. See, you're moving through a period of realignment and things can feel turbulent during these times of transition. Trust that a better future awaits you on the other side of this change. Maybe you're going through a rite of passage or an intense spiritual transformation. These experiences are profoundly personal, and you may feel alone right now. Even when it's difficult to accept assistance from others, remain open to receiving help from the most unexpected of places. Allow the gentle support of the universe to move you through this ocean of evolution and lean towards silver lining on the horizon. More sunshine? Yes, please. Yes, you see, it's leaving me, the sunshine. Oh, it's leaving. Oh. Sometimes we find ourselves adrift because we think we're ready to move on, but our heart is still anchored to the past. Who's still anchored to the past? What old chapter needs to be closed? Chase guidance in the form of renewed hope and get ready to explore fresh beginnings on the opposite shore. Yes, that is cool, people. Yo, collective, yo, punch. We are not taking this. We refuse the unacceptable. And yeah, I accept help as I easily cross this transition. Yes. The Knight of Wands. Charisma, passion, spontaneity, pursuing your dreams, fast energy, enthusiasm, courage, taking inspired action to pursue of an adventure. So you see, you as you let go of these things, you find, what have you been dreaming about? The Knight of Wands gallops in and out of your head, reading with messages of adventure, of impulsivity, and bravely pursuing the things that inspire you the most. That passion project you've been tinkering with, that drum circle you've always wanted to join. Allow spontaneity into your choice and gift yourself the freedom to shift your reality to match your desires. Yes. It's okay to crave new things and to run the wind when you're feeling charged up about an idea. Just go with it. Allow this high spirit energy rush in and incite a wildfire of positive momentum. And shadow, this card counsels against reckless impulsivity and heated outbursts. You don't want all that pent-up creative energy to spontaneously combust. Fan the flames and leave some energy for the long haul. Make your passion work for you while whooshing yourself towards success. So the shadow work is that it's like if you're overly doing things and overstepping yourself and over, not your boundaries, you're violating your boundaries, then the more problem it's gonna get there, In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with the infectious feeling of inspiration. So yes, you see, follow your passion, follow your, whatever calls you. Yes, it's a good sign, man. While you also heal. Another healing thing that I would suggest, helping somebody else. I swear, every time I help someone or somebody is in trouble, or it's just, and you don't need to be advertising and putting out there. Like that is weird. Like, just do it for you, for that person, and like that's between you and that person, between you and that organization, between you that, I don't know. Like when we put it out there, it's like, okay, I guess, and sometimes I do it because I'm like, okay, I see other people do it, but every time we're gonna put every time that we're helping, like. No, it's for you. You do it for yourself. Like you do it for yourself, for that person, between you and that person, because when you give, you receive. But it's not just about the receiving. It's not even about that. You just give because it just is. Because we are humans. We are connected. We do you understand? We know that this is unfair. It's unjust. It doesn't mean we have to accept it and continue like, what? No. Help other people. You see, my stomach is I'm getting like hungry. So let's do this. Ow. The Three of Swords, there's a lot happening. So this is, I guess, for different people. There's a painful separation by you, letting go and saying your truth, and also going to do your own thing, right? So there's a painful separation. There's loss, heartbreak, and opportunity to heal. Which that's what I believe. Every time you let go of things or things are not good for you, that's literally the universe and God trying to like take things away from you to like help you. So listen. See, the more you heal, you will listen better and you will have a better connection within yourself and God. Seriously. Shadows coming to light, finding inspiration again. So that's something that I feel like, like as I'm healing, I'm like, oh, okay, there you go. I find my little light again, my little spirit's coming back at me because when you go through traumatic experience and you go through really fucked up stuff, like it's hard to come back, to get your spirit back into your body, if that makes sense. Like you learn to cope, like by walking away or just not, learn to silence it and not talk about it so it doesn't make other people uncomfortable. Yeah, that. Just be vulnerable. Be okay with vulnerability. DMX was a G about vulnerability, okay? Learn from him. Go listen to his album. It's everything. It was everything. It was really healing. So go listen to DMX if you're feeling low or, just saying. And then you see heartbroken, she falls to her knees and screams to the universe for a second chance. Separation can come in many forms, from the loss of a relationship or identity to because especially for us or Black community, BIPOC communities, like her history, everything has been stripped from us. Everything. We've been completely oppressed and struggling so much. So this is for people who are of color, absolutely. Absolutely. Or anybody. It's not just people of color. Anybody who's going through heartbreak or loss, or it's finding their identity, finding themselves again. The disintegration of the belief, purpose, or goal. Separation from what we thought we had can mark painful moments in our lives. If you find yourself amidst of wavering realities and losing something that feels near and dear to you hard, know that these too shall pass. This severing, although painful, is a necessary part of the process. Life is suffering. You just have to choose which suffering you're okay with. You're like, yeah, I can live with this. That's really it. But it doesn't have to make it harder as the system makes it, okay? It's not supposed to. It's wrong. You and this severing, although painful, is necessary part of the process, but all proof to the contrary, your brightly lit future will arrive because of this experience. Tie yourself to your light and prepare to spend some time nurturing your tender spirit. These shadowy times are always opportunities to become stronger and more resilient. So give yourself time to heal and know that you will love, thrive, and find inspiration again soon. My heart remains tender and open. And that's something that I kept saying to myself, I've been doing my cards and I've been getting this card too. So my heart remains tender and open. So even if you go through stuff, like you gotta tend yourself, like if you were a kid, how would you heal yourself from going through difficult things or difficult situations, or struggling with life and reality and all these things, and try not to numb it as much. I mean, we all do. But I'm so happy I let go of alcohol. It's just and let go of meat and just letting go, I guess, and just focusing on being whole and inner peace, and protect my inner peace. Protect your inner peace, that's for sure. Protect your inner peace. Those who are healing, protect it at all costs. So yeah, that's something that I consciously time for me. It's just and then dealing with people. It's hard, y'all, but stay with it. Stay here, okay? You are healing and you're doing good. And so far your cards are awesome. 7 of Chariots. So this is about people going through, as we say, you're working your life work and your shadow work. You're doing the work, and you're speeding up. You're going, so there's a victory, speed and action, determination, harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, and control, I guess. I'm not sure about control in the sense that it's a good thing, but you see, he has this chariot, so he knows he can be a little wobbly or something can happen on the road, or you still be your own conscious as you navigate what you're doing, right? So be conscious about that. Don't try to go too fast on the healing and the process of the light and shadow work, because these two need to take your time. And that's what capitalism and all these systems have taught us, we need to feel fast, you need to feel fast, you're just a commodity, right? You're just a body, right? Just a body, just not good enough, right? If you're not doing such a thing, that you're not good enough, you're not worth, right? light work, shadow work, don't let them ever dictate that for you. That's on you. You own yourself. All right. The universe constantly gives us the opportunity to become the person we want to be. It's a magical time for taking inspired action. Push ahead with willpower and determination because you will get there. Remember, inaction is the same as deciding to stay still. The Chariot reminds you that while you are on the way to your goal, you need to make decisions about your best path forward. If you feel pulled in two different directions, know that you will be able to coax both of these energies towards the same target. Yes. Charging ahead without paying attention to your path can sometimes be harmful to those in your wake. So take care not to trample on others on your way up to the mountain. Stay humble. Choose the thing you really want. Focus your effort and move swiftly. If you aren't sure what your direction is, then it's time to make some plans, align goals, and spark dreams. Yes. I choose who I am becoming, and I run towards it with conviction and consistent motion. Yes. All right, the 6, the Lovers. Yes. So a choice, dualities, harmony, a lover or romantic relationship, friendship, unity, choosing to allow yourself to fall in love, healthy boundaries, soulmates. Oh, so that's awesome. So I guess you'll find love if you're looking for love, especially if you're doing, you're healing and you're going through your things and you're trying to find your way and you're, so love is on the way. Or if it's already if you already are in a relationship, it's absolutely things they're going to change. They're going to pick up, which is good, right? Magnetism, like magic, is coming into your life. Yes, you are sitting on the cusp of the type of profound connection that happens when two souls are intertwined, and their entanglement forever marks their individual path. Often this card signifies that an important choice needs to be made. Will you embrace the spiraling energy that unwinds between two people who are beginning to connect and choose to shift into this relationship or not? Falling deeply into trust will be necessary in order to create a lasting bond. And growth around vulnerability, honesty, desire, and intimacy is being called into the light to be healed. See, so as you're healing, and the cards I like together when I put it like the healing, see, and then so also definitely if you're healing, if you're going through the process and you're doing the work, absolutely you're gonna find if you're looking for somebody. In order necessary to create lasting and growth around vulnerability, honesty, desire, and intimacy is being called into the light to be healed. While partnership are beautiful gifts on the path, you must also seek to give fully without weakening your resolve to remain whole. So if you're spiritual or collective and, like you're kind of looking for that, like, just be conscious of like, let me first, and then, you know what I mean? All right, because you first. And then you resolve to remain whole. Remember that self-love is the key to balancing the duality of any relationship. Self-love. Make a parody. Self-love. I seriously, for all the single people right now, if you're giving yourself all that love and all that's going on, yes, that's the spirit. And that's something that I'm being consciously and like, okay, I need to consciously do that. So whoever got this card for when you're single, you're doing the work. And self-love, yes, continue. My heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving and trust. Trust yourself, trust the other. That's it. It is the death of and rebirth, right? So I love the symbol of infinity. So it's something that I been talking about in my blogs and stuff like that, about how we are programmed and conditioned and taught to be thinking that we're limited, that we're just a specific, like, our identity and whatever. But we are actually unlimited. Like, our spirit is unlimited. Like, it's just, the more you discover yourself, the more you understand, like, who you really are, what you're really here in, and it's beautiful. It's hard. It's not easy, but it's a beautiful process if you choose to go within and understand who you are and see who you really are meant to be here for. All right. So yeah, there are cycles of transformation, rebirth, transition, change, new beliefs, newfound awareness, ending a symbolic death, initiation process. So it's something that is new and exciting that is coming after you do all that work, right? So you're going to have relationship, or you're going to have a new relationship, could be yourself, right? And also it can be a change of mindset. So this is definitely a collective person that it's, you know, or somebody who's doing the work, who's doing the stuff. It's a confirmation that new beginning, new things are coming. And you know, just keep believing that you're infinite, like you are the universe, right? I love that it shows like the stars of like, you know, you're that core that you're looking for. So absolutely. Reading is, you are on the cusp of a massive transformation. It's time to mourn the end of one phase while celebrating the birth of another. This energy of transmutation and rebirth signals a beautiful metamorphosis that will allow you to expand your consciousness and move closer to your own divine essence. And I don't know how to explain this, but I see butterflies. I see a lot of butterflies in this person at the end of your journey, and a lot of beautiful things. So you're doing really good. A cycle in your life, a relationship, I believe, a career path, an outdated plan for the future is coming to an inevitable end. Deep breath in if this scares you. See light. This change is needed. Know that this card urges you to release what is already losing energy and to focus on things that are already gaining momentum. Welcome the possibility of something new. Allow this phase to come to a graceful end. Look towards the magic of this newfound horizon, because underneath is morbid exterior, the death card here heralds exciting times filled with the brightness of so much potential. New lights awaits. Yay! I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings. Yes, congrats. Okay, so I guess it's convenient that I do the moon card when the sun is like leaving. Especially, by the way, this moon, the 11th of April of 2021, it's a very, very good time to do intentions. I saw this on Beth Life. I'm gonna leave it on the link below, but she's a lovely card reader as well, and I'm learning a lot from her. So that's something that I wanted to announce and say, that she's very, very we have a lot of similar things in our realm, and it's nice to connect with her through YouTube. You know, this space, I like this space. Social media is becoming kind of scary, you know. Social media was a magical place once, but now it's just becoming too I don't know, it's just different now. It's not the same, and we try to keep it the same, but it's just not. So that's why I'm gonna stick to YouTube and my newsletter, guys. I have a newsletter, and I write monthly newsletters to encourage my collective and people who are continue following us, who continue supporting us. So go ahead and subscribe, and also on our podcast. I'm gonna start doing more I don't know, maybe on Your Story Matters, like more card reading. I don't know, we'll see. I'm trying to see, like, you know, but I don't want to move too far where I want to continue connecting and building and being of service. So that's something that I'm being conscious about in my writing as well, and my clients. So, but other than that, when I have time, when I come, you know, I'll come here at YouTube and I'll go on podcasts and stuff like that. But other than that, you know, thank you for being here. Yay! Okay, let's do the moon card. Moon card. So what does it say? Expect powerful change. Yeah. We've been talking about this. About, you know, as you do the work, you do the good things. The moon is saying that if you're doing all your cards right, if you're doing good deeds, if you're, you know, being a conscious and a good person, and also, you know, helping yourself as you're helping others, you know, a new thing is coming. Good things are coming, okay? Don't give up, even if it gets hard. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then it is this card of beginning, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever's happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate it later. A new portal is opening up. Yes, the one at 11/4 of 2021. And all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. So write your intentions and go for it. Okay, write your goals and intentions, all the things that you, all the dreams that you just write it down. You're being put back on the right path. There's nothing to fear. Okay, nothing to fear. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. Yes. Additional meaning. Yes, yes, yes. 1,000 times. Yes. You're being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever's happening now is happening for your highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. So listen to your gut. Look at me singing, but I don't know. I just feel like I wanted to sing. But yes, the moon makes me sing. The moon makes me happy. I'm a moon girl. Mermaid sometimes. Well, actually, I am a mermaid. That too. I crave the ocean so bad, huh? But that's what it is. I bring it to me though, and sometimes I go there on my meditation. I'm like, I'm in the ocean. I'm surfing, and trust, as a surfer, it's very hard being away from the ocean. But hey, it is what it is. God, chooses for to do or for you to do certain things, and you just gotta go for it, and then pleasure and all that stuff after. But first, responsibility things. So yeah, and parenting and making sure my kids and everything is okay, and then being of service and being there, putting work out there, and yeah, just doing your thing, right? But just keep going. New things are coming. This card is that new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. As though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego. And then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening, when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. Yes, so believe in yourself. Believe, believe, believe. And that's it. All right, so card number 2. Yes, I'm in my room, and this is, well, I have like 3 rooms, but yes, I paint. I do painting like this. I know I have to add it into the store. It's going to be added soon. I'm editing the pictures and stuff, but there's more paintings coming, so that's definitely something awesome. But I will say this in the end of the video. But let's do the second card. So you're the second card choser. So let's see what the cards wants to say to you today. Oh, so this came backwards. So this is 5 of Swords. So absolutely something that you need to be looking into if it's bothering you. But it could be something that that you need to let go of. All right. And there's also 5 of Pentacles, reverse. So we're going to read about that. But absolutely, I see, yeah. So then you have the Page of Pentacles. That is letting us know that whatever you are thinking or are, or constantly going into the wheel, there's always a way out. There's always a light. There's always a way out, and absolutely is, within yourself. But we're going to read it more about it. Oh, this is beautiful. And the moon. Oh, so you're a person that is very in tune with the moon. That's awesome. So you're getting some beautiful message from the moon today. And let's see, your moon card today is kind of short for you. Don't let your past hold you back. Yes. So you definitely are dealing with some stuff. Absolutely something from your past, but also it says that something that you need to let go now in order for you to move to your second phase, which is like, I see inner peace, I see freedom. I see that you will be healed on both sides of your journey, and that's something that it has to do with your mind, something that you're always thinking about, and it's from the past. So this is someone who's dealing with very, very traumatic experience, and as someone who's still healing, who's still going through childhood traumas, and 6 of them, absolutely focusing on you and healing yourself, and also don't go back to the place where you were hurt. Absolutely, I see this. I see it. It's that you gotta let it go. You gotta not go back to the place where you are hurt, where they hurt you, where they disrespect you, and they don't value you, right? And also you're kind of starting to believe it in a way. I see it as a, I see you, you gotta let it go. But let's see what it says. All right, let's read it. All right, so 5 of Swords reverse was deceitful strategies and feeling guilty about your win, resentment, a desire for peace, the realization that there are no winners. Okay, so you might have experienced unexpected loss that has left you a little bit sore. Life isn't fair. And these inequities can drain your energy for much longer than they need to. Yes, often it's the fear of failure that does most of the draining. So you gotta let it go. Let go of that. You're not a failure. You're awesome. And I feel it like in my being that I'm supposed to tell you. If you're feeling outsmarted or outjusted, remember that one chapter doesn't define you. Wins and losses are both part of the human experience, and the key to self-improvement lie dormant inside the difficulties. Boost your consciousness, upgrade your skills, and build on this experience. That's for the positive light shadow. So for those, but I believe for the shadow work is that for this card, and I think it's for you, we learn that winning isn't everything, especially when deceit is a part of this tragedy. The obsessive desire to win can have us stopping at nothing to feel victorious. And in the long run, we risk everything we built along the way. You may find yourself a few steps backwards after winning if you're not bringing your integrity to the games. The lessons move me ahead, always. Okay, so this is absolutely for those who are going through some failure or going through some stuff that is happening to you, and you're just like in your head like, oh my god, I'm such a bad person, it's not good. Like, we're always constantly, we're like our worst judges, especially those who have gone through trauma from our parents. Okay, so it's part of the lesson on, and but you still move forward. Okay, you're still going and believing in yourself. Okay, all right. Five of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles reverse is scarcity mindset, feeling helplessness, victimhood, inability to move ahead, fear and isolation, resistant to positivity, feeling of low self-worth that keep you from participating in prosperity, a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so you see that even through, and I think that we are all experiencing this, by the way, like I feel it too, and I feel that everybody who's gonna watch this video, you're gonna feel this like, it's just scarcity. It's stuff that we all been conditioned and programmed, and we think that that's just it, even though we know it's not it, and it's very wrong, and it's unjust, and all this crazy stuff that is happening. And then there's obviously constantly bombarded in our faces every day, through the radio, through this, through that. And that's something that it starts from us. Like, we hold the key, right? We take what we accept. It's our own suffering. So remember, you suffer here. Your perception. Change your mindset. Change your perception. It's time to squarely address any feeling about safety and security that have you worry about your well-being. Are you stressed about your finances or health, or feeling left out from the prosperity that others seem to enjoy? To counteract these corrosive energetic states, you are being asked to reclaim your personal power. Yes, this is my personal power. It's like, I'm being in this rut and in this trauma and then like healing it, but then I'm like, wait, I have to go back to what brings joy to me, will follow the light and help other people, or you know what I mean? So we all have a thing that makes us go back to our inner self or source or inner thing. So that's something that, while you're doing your healing, you will find it, you will know, and it will be like your internal like momentum thing that nobody is, just yours. So think about that. Even though healing is hard and all that stuff, just think about the amazing rewards that you'll know who you really want to do and what you want to do in this life. And be happy while you go through stuff. Like, you find happiness in any little thing, any joy anywhere, even through the fucked up darkness and stuff. Like, you know, resilience and all of this doesn't build overnight, and it doesn't, it's not pretty. Growing, it's not pretty. It's not supposed to be pretty. It just isn't. Doesn't mean we have to make it harder and let injustice and all these things make it worse for everybody, or just a worry or stuff for some people. Okay. Claim your personal power. Find your hunger for fierce positivity and seek opportunity in your current circumstance. It's hiding in the shadows. If you're being stagnant for a hot minute, ask yourself if you're being laser focused on the things that are lacking in your life. If your fear, self-pity, or helplessness start to dictate your reality, flip the script and remember that against all odds, all oppression, all class barriers, all everything, there is always a choice to move beyond your current limitations. Make the absolute best of your luminous life. You are not locked out from that which you desire. See the keys that will help you get there and choose to open the door. Doors that activate magical opportunities are always opening for me. Yes, believe that. Page of Pentacles. So you're manifesting new opportunities, beginning, good news, ambition, skill, training, financial opportunities, new career paths, new connection, exploration stage, a beginner, earth magic, making plans a reality. So, it all starts with you. That's really it. It's like, it starts with your mind, you letting go of things that are not good for you, or the judgment or the self-judgment or the judgment of others or whatever people are thinking, or and then, choosing, even though through all the stuff, you just gotta let it go and choose things that, are good for you, because good things are coming for you. That's for sure. She hurls her mandala with a curious heart and roots into the bedrock to begin understanding the manifesting essence that we all hold. Remember when you thought you could be an astronaut? Go ahead and ground that energy before it dissipates. We activate practical magic with our hopes, and we pull energy up from... All right. Sorry, my phone died in the middle of your reading. It happens. C'est la vie. All right, so we're saying is that progress happens one life stage at a time, and you must anchor into the details while simultaneously keeping your head in the clouds to dream. So you can actually be here and then out till, but it's like you have to be keeping your head in the clouds. So that there might be pieces that still need to fall into alignment, but that doesn't mean that you aren't going to arrive. You're in the perfect place to figure out how to make your prosperity a reality. Seek confidence and dependability, and remember that you hold this power no matter where you stand today. New perspective and upgrades of consciousness are on the way, so use your plans for the future and expedite its arrival. So be prepared. I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet my dreams. Yes. That's definitely something conscious, creative, or someone who's creative, and also like, and I definitely feel as a creative person, the second card reading, and as a creative, you really have to believe in yourself, okay, and not let whatever's on your mind and overthinking, absolutely overthinking. I hear it, like overthinking, don't overthink, just Go for it. All right, so the 18 is, illusions, hidden truth, the unknown, trusting your intuition, facing your fears, the varied nature of the unconscious mind, mystery, symbolism, and metaphor, perception, uncertainty, and dreams. So this is absolutely something that you're gonna have a lot as you go through your awakening and stuff like that. You're gonna have a lot of dreams. You're gonna have a lot of vivid revelation, and also you could have also like your ancestors, like you're a living DNA of your ancestors. So absolutely, you will battle and see like what light or dark, which one belongs to you and what doesn't, and what need to let go from disconstructing, right, and letting go of old beliefs and systems and stuff like that. That's where we're like kind of are, in a way, all of us, letting go of the old. When we're faced with uncertainty and illusion, it can feel like we're drowning. Trust that you will be okay, even if you can't seem to distinguish up from down right now. When you stop struggling to see that which you simply cannot see because it remains obscure behind shadows of the moonlight, you will experience a deep release that will allow you to float to the surface of your truth. The moon card asks you to go within, find comfort in darkness, and to calmly listen to the whispers of your own intuition. Meditation feels like kind of like that, right? Like you're kind of like you submerge yourself in silent and let go of there is divinity and magic here. When you fall into the moon's still waters, your inner wisdom will embrace you and push you towards the light. She will reinvigorate your creativity and resurrect your spark as long as you go beyond your own fears to find her. Dive into her healing embrace, breathe past insecurities, and let her dimly lit magic guide you home. Home, back to source, back to you. I am safe, and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. Absolutely. All right, let's read your moon card. Yeah, so don't let your past hold you back, right? So absolutely, through anything of the work that you're going to do, and it's not like the North Node, it's a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. That's crazy. I was just telling you guys that. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone you even needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. I release the past. The meaning of this card, relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone might be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Oof, that was good. The South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us that what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The South Node is karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you always done, you will always get what you always got. What? Let go of the past. Absolutely. It's saying that as you letting go of the past or whatever your thoughts or whatever negative things that you're putting in your mind that are not serving you, especially during this time, this karmic time, especially this is a time where you you can manifest and write down your intentions and stuff like that. Absolutely. I recommend you, whoever get this second card, write your intentions and your goals and let go of the past. Just let it go. let go of the old mind, and and I know it's easier said than done, and it's like, oh, but there's healing going on. Yes, of course. And there's hard truth that you're gonna be like, oh, okay. But let go of the past, let it go. Okay. And write down your new intentions, your new goals, and your new things that you want to do with your life. Okay. Hope this helped you. All right. It is an interesting Saturday today. That's why I'm going a little loose. I'm gonna edit as soon as I'm trying to not edit as much, but it's the weekend, you get to have fun a little bit. But not really, I guess, for people who are, but as I'm still going through my healing, I'm gonna, not edit this as much and just put it out there. But other than that, this is for the third person, to choose a third card. And yes, I'm in my room. I'm trying to find the light, but it's just not working for me. Like, nope. You work with what you got, and I don't have a lot. That's another thing that I'm like, just donating and being more minimalistic and more conscious. And the more I'm letting go, the more I feel whole, and the more, so that's something that I don't know why I feel like saying that to the third person, but I just feel like saying that. All right, so let's go to the third card. Maybe I'll mention this at the end of the video, so I'll put it at the end. But absolutely, minimalistic lifestyle. Maybe I'll talk about it in my videos. Maybe. All right, the third card. Let's just go for it. Okay, so wait, no, not this way. There you go. Strength. So absolutely, things are, whatever you're going through, it's bringing you some inner strength, some inner, you got to listen to that calling, or whatever it is calling you. Oh, okay. And it's reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, so see, the more you know yourself, the more you'll be more sure of yourself, more how do you say, like, you will become more you, and unapologetically you, and still do good and be of service. This is a card I get a lot, actually. It's one of my favorites, so so it's nice. Absolutely. Justice. This card, I get that a lot. There's justice in the way, so you absolutely, whatever you're going through, something will be resolved, something will be, good. 10 of Wands. So absolutely, something after you receive a justice, you will have to find a new path, new ways. But let's see if it is what it is, right? When I read the cards. And lastly, reverse Judgment. So there's absolutely something gonna happen. There will be a resolution or result, or something that it needs to be said. All right, and your Moon card says a personal issue reaches resolution. So this is what your Moon card is saying, and there you go. It's a full moon in Cancer, and I think, a personal issue reaches resolution. So something that has been building that inner strength. Absolutely, I see this person, and something is gonna reach his point in it, like something will be resolved, and and I guess you will let go of the self-judgment. I feel like this is also for those who are if you're that person that self-judge yourself and always constantly, I feel like there's something that maybe you thought that it was your fault, and soon you will know that it's not, and also you will let go of the judgment because it's not on you. So something is gonna reach its peak strength. Yes, so courage, calmness, quiet strength, influence, grateful leadership, gifted healer, purity of thought and heart, spiritual matters, compassion, sometimes lost or animal instinct. So wow. Be brave, sweet seer. Yes. Embody your light and shine courageously in the face of danger or uncertainty. Step into patience and fierce serenity as you exert your graceful influence for the greater good. There's great fortitude in your calm heart, and gentle demeanor will not be mistaken for weakness when you share your gift of relentless love with the world. Allow confidence and composure to guide you toward your desires without the use of excessive force or aggression. Mindful awareness will be much more useful than rigid control right now. This card reminds you to stand strong in your beliefs and desires and to remain steady as you bring compassion to your current situation. You are powerful, and your purity of heart will be a beacon of strength and inspiration to those around you. I deliberately bring my compassion and strength forward, and I use them for good. So I'm getting the feeling that this person is a good person. Not only good, like you're yeah, you know about empathy, you know about compassion, because you've been hurt before so much, and you will know that the justice will be, it's coming. And it's not just for this card. I feel like it's everyone that has gone through some crazy stuff. Things will be resolving. I feel it. Every being. Yeah. So that's another thing, is that all that strength and inner resilience that comes from all the things that you've been through. So, be, as you're compassionate to yourself, compassionate to others. Or if you're too compassionate to others but haven't been kind to yourself, this is a card of making you aware and reminding you that that beautiful heart that you have is in your vulnerability is your strength, not your weakness. Okay. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles, a healing, working parent, a self-made person, material wealth and abundance, strength in family and community, a kind and nurturing heart, groundness, being down to earth, generosity. So I feel like you're the person that hasn't had it easy in their life, that you haven't seen that light at the end of the tunnel like everyone is talking about, and like eventually will come, and you're just like, okay, when it's coming, have faith, believe in you. Okay. This self-made queen reminds you to step into abundance by shifting any shadows you're holding onto around wealth and security. You are safe. Pay attention to your finances to level up your money game and give yourself permission to rise into the upper ranks. This is a positive message for creature comforts and happiness, and this earthly medicine ushers in a life well lived in the material world, connected with nature to find your calm, healing, and rooted power, and harness the abundance that's available to you by bringing groundness to your situation. Shower others with warm blessing from a charitable heart, as loyalty, family, and community are the themes at this time. Your nurturing and down-to-earth approach will give stability and support to those in your life. Don't overextend your energy and avoid enabling others by overmothering them. They must learn to walk on their own. Bring your self-worth and guidance and your glorious, powerful love. So yes, you're a queen who's seeing this. Absolutely. Bring your scars and your battle scars forward. Don't be afraid of them. Own them. Okay? You own it. You got there, you're here because you went through stuff, and you are alive, and you're beautiful, and you're grateful of everything, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Same thing for boys. If you're going through going through stuff, but you got this. I enjoy my deeply connected life, and I lead it with an outpouring of warmth, abundance, and love. Say that yourself. Justice. Natural law, balance, karma, truth, wisdom, legal matters, fairness, cause and effect, integrity, objectivity, perspective, accountability. Yeah, this is for all of us. All of us are going through some stuff that, but absolutely this third card is justice asks you to learn from your past experiences, the good, the bad, and the fugly. Take it all and grow from it. This energy is not about perfection, but about fairness and honesty. It highlights clarity of motivation and intention, and it asks to be realistic about the cause and effect of your thoughts and actions. Seek to balance your growth with both positivity and shadow, and learn from the many different parts of you. In your current situation, be impartial as you reframe your reality and work to remove any negative emotional charge from the equation. If fear is causing you to act in a way that you aren't proud of, seek a variety of perspectives before judging another person's action to be good or bad. The only truth path ahead of you is not one that is necessarily black or white, but it's always, always one of love. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. So, when you share your truth, when you share, things that happen to you, and then it can help somebody along the way, how you overcome that, hey, that's already another good deed karma that you're, contributing to the collective knowledge, of healing and finding inner peace for all of us. 10 of Wands, taking on too much, an opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, finding yourself close to a successful outcome, the need to prioritize a message to keep going. So absolutely, once you go through your own accountability, justice, and find your inner truth and stuff like that, you absolutely will have that time to see, and will have, as you shed, you have space, you can see what works, what doesn't work, all those responsibilities. I think this is a person who's taking a lot of things. So if you're taking a lot of things, start being accountable, like, okay, what doesn't work and what works, and then just focus on things that work and that makes you feel joy, that makes you feel light. Okay, do you really need to carry all those wands all by yourself all of the same time? Couldn't you drop a few of them by prioritizing? Or maybe things could go a whole lot faster if you enlighten some help. All you have to do is ask. So that too, yeah, I know it's harder because we've been told, like, oh no, you do work individually and do all these things individually. But I know it's really hard to ask for help. But if you're in a really horrible situation and you're having a hard time, never be afraid to ask for help. So that person, I know you're like, oh my God, I can't, but even if sometimes it doesn't work, like if they can't help you, then they can help you. But it's good to ask help, and do your own thing, help yourself too. And it's also, you're helping yourself by asking for help. Okay, so never be afraid of that. Drop the non-essentials and any heaviness that is weighing you down, because you're so close, yet so burdened. Think levity and ease. Streamlining will expedite your goals and bring relief to any overwhelm or molasses energy that you're feeling. Sometimes this means letting go of a learned behavior or a limited belief, and sometimes it means deleting a task on your calendar. Whether your burdens are material, spiritual, literal, or energetic, it's clear that you've got some extra baggage right now. Release that ish and enjoy your last step to the last finish line. Yay! I release my burdens into the ethers, knowing that the universe will help me to tend to the essentials. So you see, as you're dismantling, taking accountability for yourself, and asking for help and doing these things, you also are like, you're reaching up, you're going up, because you've been doing good even through the bad. So hey, keep going. Judgment. Self-realization and understanding, spiritual awakening, redemption, knowing your motives and your heart to be true, total transparency, a glorious unveiling of spirit. So you see, the more you accept yourself, your vulnerable side, your side that you know you don't let a lot of people see, and I feel like this person is a good person, but they think that they're not good or that they're not worthy. You're so worthy. You're worthy, okay? And yes, and the more you like let go of the old, and and start stepping up into yourself, to your strength, the more you will ascend. You will start being true to who you are, right? It's crazy to say in the beginning. You have judged others and have been judged yourself, and you're awakening to the understanding that the only approval that really matters is your own. Yes. It's only you. Your choice is you, and it's always being you. Are you doing your best with others and with yourself? It's time to shed any negative facade, drop the mask behind the mask. It may feel risky, yet this profound act of self-acceptance will unleash your absolute essence. You are light, shadow, matter, and consciousness. And you are a miracle. Yes, we all are a miracle. You are a miracle. Why then do you keep your true nature hidden away from the world? There is no way to really understand your full potential until you're open and honest with your own heart, without judgment. Yes, especially when we're being in a system and condition that judging ourselves, judging others, and that's beneficial or kind of like profit or something, like a twisted whatever it is. It's let go of the judgment. That's oof. It's so good for you, I swear. Let it go. To expand and evolve requires this colossal forgiveness of the self. That is so good. Forgive your beautiful soul. Accept your beautiful heart. As you do, you consciously answer the call of your highest self, and the vastness of your horizon will make itself available to you. Hello, Essence. I invite you to show up every day. I invite my soul to shine unapologetically. Oh my God, did I just say that before? Unapologetically you. See? So forgive yourself and forgive others, and get into, be compassionate with yourself as you are with others. I feel like you are a good person, and you do good as you do with others, but I feel like you've been through so much stuff that you are, kind of constantly judging and not forgiving and stuff. So the more you forgive yourself, the more you heal, the more you're, Sorry about that. It's just, I call my kids calling, just to check on me, and I check on them, and, love, just love. But your moon card. The meaning of it, let's see. A personal issue reaches resolution. So all of this, like of your cards, that says about, that the more you forgive yourself and stuff like that, there's also like, there's things that likely to get very heated, as full moon and Cancer is super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around the thread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also hurts the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge. It's now coming to an end. This card also suggests both a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that is a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. So you see, as you let go of that self-judgment, let go of that stuff that you take accountability for yourself, and then, continue, forgiving yourself and forgiving others, it might be best to move toward what you want in a sideways manner. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. So meditation for sure if you're going through your healing and stuff like that. And also to quiet that mind, the overthinking, and there's so much, Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? I would like to say that family time could be like you can FaceTime or, because during this time it's very, so stay in contact with other people and, don't stay too much in your own mind and your own thing, just take a step back. But also it's require self-love is taking rest and taking a step back and going back into your source and your own time alone and stuff like that, yeah, you're your own family too. So, this is for those also if you have family problems and you're like, what if my family is really toxic? Right? So if that is the case, do you have friends that are you kind of like your family? And if you don't have friends, like me, I don't have any. Not really. But I have really good, people that I can, inspire me and, very nice. And, but so far right now, it's just me and my girls. And it's very nice. And my aunt who lives in New York. And other than that, it's just, that's something you gotta, start self-love. Is just start loving yourself more. And you'll see, start building more boundaries. And, so that's part of, I find, like a family. It's like you're your own family too. So take care of your family, love your body. Don't let things, violate who you are, and what you're here for, and that you matter. Even if other people, especially those people that love you, don't really give a crap. So value yourself. The teaching of this card. The heightened emotions of the Moon Cancer combination can be a no. However, Cancer is one of the Moon 2 home signs along with Taurus. So astrologically speaking, the Moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all soon will be well. Okay? So absolutely, if something that has reaches resolution and solution, it's gonna be, it's gonna be okay. Even though, if you're feeling like as you're getting to know yourself, forgive yourself and letting go of people and things that don't serve you, things you will also find and see that it's not the end of the world, that you're not alone, and continue doing your own thing. But something, it's coming to a good resolution, and I hope it brings you good things while you get to know yourself and love yourself more and forgive yourself. Okay. And that's it for today. But yeah, I just felt that I needed to do this. It felt deep in my heart that I needed to do this today. Now I'm gonna finish my courses, my Teachable. Teachable had free courses, online courses of how to build educational courses, how to, create businesses, startup, and stuff like that. So that's something that I'm doing. I know, fun, huh? Great weekends. But I love weekends like this. Like you can learn and, read and find your own thing and do your own thing, write when you feel like, and it's something that is a practice you built on. I've been building for a very long time, but it's something that I'm kind of grateful and okay, so now that you have this kind of medium or space where you can, be together with collective educators and other creatives and other founders and do something and being okay doing something outside of the status quo. It's something that I'm kind of I'm really grateful, and I'm taking it responsibility for it. So that's something that I want to put out there. Other than that, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy tomorrow. Is the 11th. Yes, I'm going to publish this tonight for sure because I got to edit it, and then, so I'm going to do my courses, and then, yeah, so have a great weekend. Enjoy this weekend. Don't forget to do your intentions tomorrow. Write them down, and yeah, just be consciously creative. Be kind to your planet, to you, and to others. Okay? Love you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for being here and listening, and I hope this
always help you.